Welcome back to No More Excuses, Wake Up. Today we're discussing entrepreneurship. Let's dive into this because I eat and breathe this topic. Well, I eat and breathe all of my topics. Here's something that might surprise you. 90% of millionaire entrepreneurs started with less than $10,000, completely shattering the myth that you need massive capital to build a successful business. Well, that certainly challenges everything we see in the media about entrepreneurship. How did this misconception become so widespread? It's fascinating. The word entrepreneur simply means to undertake in French, but somehow we've turned it into this exclusive club that seems to require an MBA and venture capital backing. The reality is so different from what most people imagine. And so, what does it actually take to become an entrepreneur in today's world? I work hard building my businesses, JOY, which stands for Just Our Youth Making a Difference, my before and after school program. A Second Touch, my healthcare agency, and of course, my work as a real estate agent with a special niche in helping first-time home buyers. And as for my next business venture, well, I'll save that one for another time. Let me break this down. Studies show the most successful entrepreneurs share 5 key traits: creativity, motivation, resourcefulness, tenacity, and flexibility. And here's the best part. None of these traits require money or formal education. That reminds me of Sarah Blakely's story with Spanx. She launched the company with just $5,000 while still selling fax machines door to door. And get this, she even wrote her own patent application to save money, staying up late reading patent law books. That's resourcefulness in action. So don't say you can't when you can. No excuses. Another example, Brian Scudamore started 1-800-GOT-JUNK with 1 truck and $700. Today, it's a multi-million-dollar company. Or Christina Stembel, she turned her flower arranging hobby into farm girl flowers, now doing over $30 million a year. That's crazy. She is a multi-millionaire, and so many of you may not know where to go or where to start, but you can start right after you listen to me on this platform. So if you're listening right now thinking, where do I start? Here's my go-to framework. Identify a specific problem you can solve. Remember, 42% of startups fail because there's no market need. Create a simple 1-page business plan. You do not need 50 pages to get going. Data backs this up. Businesses that start with a simple, flexible plan and adapt as they grow have a 60% higher success rate than those that stick rigidly to a huge formal plan. That is because things change in life daily. Having a huge document saying what you will do may shift just like COVID. So you have to move as life moves and make your business plan realistic and go as you go along. Now, funding, most people think you need venture capital or crowdfunding, but in reality, 82% of startup funding comes from personal savings and small business loans. And here's another gem. Entrepreneurs who keep their day job while starting a business are 33% more likely to succeed than those who quit immediately. Listen, this is exactly what I did. I worked still teaching psychology at Drexel University and working with intellectual disabled children and their families in their homes. That's why side hustles are on the rise. 45% of Americans have one, and about 15% of those turn into full-time businesses. And let's talk about the bigger picture. Small businesses and startups create about 65% of all new jobs in the economy. Companies less than 5 years old are responsible for nearly all net job growth in the U.S. If you're hesitating, remember, 70% of successful entrepreneurs say they started before they felt ready. Start small, test your idea, gather feedback, adjust, repeat. Those who launch small and adapt based on feedback are 40% more likely to succeed than those who try to debut with a perfect product. Bottom line, success isn't about massive resources or perfect timing. It's about starting with what you have. Remember, Amazon began in a garage. Airbnb began with an air mattress on the floor. And here's my final thought. 80% of successful entrepreneurs say their biggest regret was not starting sooner. The question isn't whether you have enough, it's whether you're willing to start. All right, now you've got the ideas, you've got the tools. Now get moving. Don't just dream about starting a business, start building it today. Thank you for listening to No More Excuses. Wake up. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and review on iTunes or Spotify. To learn more about me, my agencies, and the work I do, visit StenellMyersEnterprises.com. While you're there, check out the Money Therapy Institute. You'll see me in action and how I kick down closed doors. You can also download my free budget spreadsheet. Email me at stenellmyers.realtor@gmail.com and follow me on social media at Stenell, the Money Therapist. And don't forget, I'm also a Tampa Bay realtor specializing in getting you the home you need when you need it. You know what to do. No more excuses. Wake up.